Okay, K6TKX in the group, W6THW. Yeah, that's correct. The handle is Mike. Mike Item King Easy. And we're located in Rockland, about 20 miles northeast of Sacramento. So, that's it for me. I just wanted to check in, W6THW.
All right, well, very good. Excellent signals there. And good to hear you, Andy. It's been a while. It seems like you pop in, once every couple of months. So definitely good to have you out there. All right, anybody else like to join the early AMI list? Come now. This KM6QQU.
WJ6W.
Whiskey Delta 8, Charlie India Kilo.
KF6SYD.
Okay, I got J6W. Hang on, I need to move my paper there. I'm starting to write off the table. J6W, SYD. And then there was another one that was kind of getting garbled up in there. You doubled with somebody else. What was the other stations? Go ahead.
Whiskey Delta 8, Charlie India Kilo. You guys are 87, right?
Okay, so I got W8, Victor Golf, and I'm sorry, the last station that came in there, you caught me just as I was writing. I'm not that fast on the pin. What was the last station? Go ahead.
Roger, Whiskey Delta 8, Charlie Ida Kilo. My voice is not all there. So you guys are in 870.
I don't know why I'm screwing up on this. I'm sorry. One more time and slow it down for me. I'm terribly sorry. I don't know why I'm goofing up on your name so bad.
No problem. Whiskey Delta 8, Charlie Ida Kilo. Steve, over.
Okay, I got it that time, Steve. I don't know why. Sometimes you just don't hear the letters. Man, I'm sorry. Okay, WJ6, WJ6W. Why don't you go ahead and make transmission? This KM6QQU.
Okay, Mike, good evening to you and everyone. This is WJ6W Dave in Tarzana. And just sitting down and listening. Seems like the band is open pretty well tonight, so hopefully it'll be a good net starting at 8 o'clock, which, it's about 10 minutes away. So, anyway, back to you, Mike, KM6QQU, WJ6W.
All right, very good, Dave. Steve, are you the master of ceremonies, or are you substituting the master of ceremonies, or are you just kind of waiting to see what happens? KM6SYD, KM6QQU.
All right, Mike. KF6SYD, Steve here at Long Beach. Thanks for taking the earliest, Mike. And I don't know. I'm waiting to see what happens. So far, this month I have run the 12th. That's the second Monday. I ran the 14th. I ran the net on the 14th because George, he couldn't. The band went out. And I ran the net on the 19th. That was just this Monday that came up because it was really my time to run the net, the Monday net. And I could run it tonight. Unless Sharon is here, it's her night, but normally Dennis W6DQ would substitute for Sharon, but if she's not here, but I haven't heard him on. So it could end up being me tonight. And then Ron, KD6VWS, he's still out, so that's the 26th. So I might be substituting for him. And then the 28th, next Wednesday, is my normal night, so it's a little... yeah, I can do it, But does anybody else want to run the net tonight in case Dennis isn't here and Sharon doesn't show up? It would really be very cool. KF6SYD.
Yeah, Steve, I could probably do it if Sharon doesn't show up or whoever. All right?
Oh, thank you, Dave. Yeah, because then I'll get next Monday and next Wednesday. And, yeah, that'll give me one net off. So that'd be very, very neat if you could do it. And then Sharon might be here. She sometimes comes out around now and turns everything on, and it works for her. So we'll see if that happens. So thank you, Dave. Thank you so much. And Mike, thanks for putting us all on the list. And I'll give it back to you, KM6QQU, KF6SYD.
All right, well, thank you, Dave, for taking the net if Sharon doesn't pop in, and yet no Sharon so far, and no Dennis so far. So, Dave, do appreciate that. And it sounds like we're going to have to start, rounding up some more net controllers here. All right, well, I got two more people on the list. Let me, get them in here, and we'll see if Sharon pops in. If not, then I'll give you the list, Dave. George, W8 Victor Golf, why don't you go ahead and take one? George, W8 Victor Golf, are you still there? I can't tell if that's a sidebander there or not. Steve, do you got a relay on me? Go ahead.
I'm listening on Northern Utah. I don't see anything for George. I don't think he came back.
Okay, I had kind of a small carrier there on my S meter, but I couldn't tell if that was a sideband or not. Oh, all right. Well, let's see. The other Steve. Let's see if I got this right. WD8CIK. Did I get that right, Steve?
Roger, Mike. Yep. KM6QQU, WTIK, Calabasas. So I just thought I heard you guys there, and I heard AM. I'd give it a shot. It's easier on the ears than the sideband. Yeah, my voice is still not quite there after throat cancer, but hopefully we're on the mend. So back to you, Mike. Thanks for the shout, and keep up the good work doing AM. WD8CIK, Calabasas.
Yeah, hey Mike, I am here.
Which one is that? Was that Dennis or was that George? Go ahead.
Yeah, that was George. I didn't realize this, Mike, but I checked in on the dummy load. Well, the SWR bridge. Sorry about that. We're working now. Anyways, we'll belabor it. I'm surprised you heard me at all. Hopefully we're making RF now. Go ahead and put me on the list. Thanks so much.
Well, you might have cruised in on somebody's coattails there, George. I don't know how I did it, but I got you. And Steve, CIK, well, I hope you are definitely on the mend from the throat cancer there. So hang in there, and we'll get through it. Anybody else like to join the early list? Come now. This is KM6QQU.
Kilo 7, Lima Yankee, K7LY, John.
All right, K7LY, John. Anybody else like to join the earlies? Come now.
This is KJ6VRC. I'm not on a list. I was just wondering if you guys have drop-ins or...
Who was that one more time? Go ahead.
This is Kilowatt Juliet 6 Victor Romeo Charlie.
Kilowatt Juliet, oh God, you're like right there in the noise. One more time, and if not, a relay.
I can turn the power up a little bit more. This is Kilowatt Juliet 6 Victor Romeo Charlie, Jason, San Jose, California here.
Oh, okay. I had you on the list. No, I didn't have you on the list. I had another Jason on the list. Okay, I still didn't quite get the call sign all the way, but I got you on the list. Steve, SYD, can you relay me the last bit of his call sign, please?
Yeah, KJ6, Victor Romeo Charlie. And yeah, everybody's welcome here. Jason, thanks for being here. So did you get that?
I got that. Thank you, Steve. Anybody else like to join the list? Come now. Alrighty. Dave, I got a pretty decent list here. Are you ready?
Yeah, okay, Mike, go ahead. I think your signal went down a little bit, but it's still copying okay, so give me the list.
Well, let's see if it holds together. You put me at the top of the list. And then I got W6WAH, Larry. And then we got N6NYX, Greg. W7CU, John. KCTOX, Ken. WA6BBK, Jason. And I chicken scratched that K, so it could be an X, so forgive me on that one. Then we got KM6IYC, Larry. WR6J, Richard. WA6JUS, John. How are you copying me so far, Dave?
Well, see, I need one fill on KC question mark OX. Is that a 6? KC6OX, over.
KCTOX.
Negative, K6 Tango Oscar X-ray, no C.
Yeah, I got it, K6TOX.
Okay, then here's my pen again. K6TOX. Sorry, Ken.
Okay, I got it, Mike. Go ahead.
Okay, where did I leave off of, Dave? Go ahead.
Yeah, the last one was WA6JUS, John.
Okay, W6YAC, George. KD6TKX, Andy. W6THW, Mike. Then there's you, and then there's Steve, KF6SYD, Steve. W8, Victor Golf, George. WD8CIK, Steve. K7, was that a C or an L? Shoot. I think that's an LY, John. K7LY. And then KJ6, DRC. I think that was Jason. I didn't finish writing that down. And that's all I have here, Dave. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I got it. So, Sounds good, and I'll take over here. Oh, it's after 8, so we'll get started real fast here. QST, welcome to the Wednesday night Amplitude Modulation International Net, or simply AMI. The purpose of this net is to promote the restoration, preservation, and enjoyment of AM equipment, including transmitters, receivers, and associated vintage AM-type gear. Anyone using AM equipment is welcome, including modern radios capable of creating 2 sidebands and a carrier. We also welcome all listeners. You don't have to be a member to join this net. However, as a member, you'll receive a certificate that has on it your own personal ID number. And if you like a membership, go to our AMI website, www.aminternational.club. Fill out the membership form and pay the $5 fee. You can also send a self-addressed envelope to John McGrath, N9 AMI, P.O. Box 1422, Silver Springs, Nevada, 89429. I read that fast, so you can just look up John N9 AMI on QRZ and get his address. Your AMI net control tonight is WJ6W. I'm Dave, and my AMI number is 1235 in Tarzana, California. And tonight I'm running a Collins 20V2 broadcast transmitter and feeding the inverted V up in the trees about 65 feet or so, and listening on the ICOM 7610. We have a West Coast website. It's www.westcoastami.com. And please visit the website to keep up on AMI events. And don't forget to support John's efforts. Sorry, I need to cross that out. I don't think he's looking for donations at this time anymore. So, tonight when we're calling you, please share your call, name, and the make and model of your equipment. If you have any buy or sell items, please list them. And let me know if you want to stay for the informal roundtable immediately following this net. So now, zero beat net control, and take a minute for tune-up, and then we'll get started. So go ahead and tune those finals. This is WJ6W.
Tucson, Arizona, tuning up and standing by for the net.
A6TOX.
Okay, very good. Good tune-up, everybody. And before we get started, is there anyone else who isn't on the list so far who would like to get on for the AMI net from now?
NA7RH, November Alpha 7, Radio Hotel.
Okay, NA7RH at the bottom of the list. We got you good and strong. Okay, let's get started, and we'll send it to you, Mike. Okay, thanks again, of course, for taking the earlies, and we appreciate you coming in and helping out. KM6QQU, WJ6W.
All right, thanks, Dave. WJ6W. This is KM6QU. And, well, thank you for taking over the net tonight, so I do appreciate that. This is Mike out of Yucca Valley. AMI number is 1768. Running the Johnson Viking Valiant with the Turner Plus 3 microphone. Full-wave loop antenna being tuned in with the SK-360 antenna tuner. Receiving on the GPR-90. Knowing the roundtable, knowing the swap, but I will be listening through. So back over to you, Dave. WJ6W, KM6QQU.
Okay, very good. Good signal yet. So I guess my my earlier worries about signals changing hasn't happened yet. So let's go up to Larry. W6WUH, Larry, go ahead.
Good evening, Dave, and thanks for taking the net. W6WUH, Larry in Occidental, Northern California. AMI number is 800. Transmitter tonight is the Globe King 500A, receiving on the Clegg Interceptor VHF receiver, the high dynamic range receiver with the Clegg all-band converter up, converting to 6 meters. 75-meter dipole fed with 450 ohm ladder line through I guess we're using the Dentron Super Tuner on 80. Probably getting a little warm, not the best tuner at this power, but anyway, we're running about 300 watts of carrier. And that's it. Nothing for the swap and nothing for the round table. I was kind of hoping that the K7 KNX up north of Portland would be listening tonight. He's wanting to buy this transmitter, and I wanted to give him a chance to hear it. But anyway, everything's sounding good. We had the G76 on the air earlier this evening. Talked to a couple of guys out in the Colorado and Kansas, so that was fun with the low power rig. Back to you, Dave. W6WUH.
Okay, Larry, very good signal from you up north there. So thanks for checking in. Next, we have N6NYX. Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, thank you. And good evening to the AM Bravo. This is N6NYX. Name is Greg here. I'm in La Mesa. And let's see, AMI number 1761. The ring the Cadillac TS850, the MC43 and mic. About 80 watts drive or so into a Ten-Tech 422 Centurion amplifier. A pair of 3500 amps puts out about 350 watts carrier. That goes to a Ten-Tech 238 tuner, up about 40 foot of open wire line made out of THH at 12 gauge Carlin house wire to a loop about 272 feet that's mostly horizontal, strung through a tree and 4 different push-out masts. So, yeah, everybody sounded good, a local receiver. And my YL Renee is here listening and seeing the difference between sideband and AM and what it sounds like when radio frequency. This is this giant cacophony that sounds like something out of science fiction. I'll send it back to that, N6NYX.
Okay, Greg, yeah, thanks for checking in. And hello, Renee, and I hope you enjoyed listening to AM as opposed to sideband there. Very good. Okay, let's see. I have next, W7CU. John, I don't believe I've talked to you before. W7CU, go ahead. WJ600. Okay, John, very good. Copied you best on over the internet on the campus WebSDR, but you're coming in okay. So next, K6TOX. Ken, it's your turn. This is WJ6W.
Okay. WJ6W K6TOX out in Santa Clarita. Just wanted to get a check here. I was fooling around with this 100V transmitter I'm on, which is Vaughn's K6ZTAs. He wanted to get rid of it, so I've been playing with it. Got it working pretty good, and worked a bunch of guys in sideband on this frequency this afternoon all over the East Coast. So I know these are some of the moth stations, but actually talked into Michigan and all around. So I'm running the 100V with a Henry 2K amp, so we're running about 300 watts to a G5 RV, and that's about it. I think it's working pretty good. I'm going to switch just for a second to just AM with the upper sideband, and I want to see if you guys have your receivers a little bit on the high side, leaning away from the sideband guys to see how it sounds. I'm going to switch now. Okay, I'm on upper sideband AM. So if you're tuned on the high side, you'll actually hear a little more audio and less interference from the lower side there. How about that? I think it's working. Actually, you should have a little more audio if you were just tuning in on the high side. So that's it. WJ6W K6TOX.
Okay, Ken. Yeah, you're new to me also, and great for taking Vaughn's K6ZTA's 100V. I know he's been wanting to move that, and it's working fine. I don't hear any lower sideband interference tonight at all, so it's not an issue. But you sounded just fine either mode there. So you can feel free to use either one of those. Okay, let's move on next to another new call to me as well. W6BBA, Jason, go ahead.
Okay, good evening. The call is Whiskey Alpha 6 Bravo Quebec. Whiskey Alpha 6 Bravo Quebec. As in barbecue, Jason in Norco over by Riverside. My AMI number is 1625. I'm running a GRC 19 set. That's an old Warrior military surplus. That's a Collins Design T195 transmitter with the R392 receiver. And for those that don't know, the R392 basically is shrunken down R390. It still weighs 60 pounds. The amazing thing about this set is I'm on the M39 carbon microphone, and due to its inherent noise cancellation, you can't hear the two dynamotors that I can hear very loudly right in front of me. This thing is startup current. It runs off 28 volts DC. For about a quarter second, it will pull about 120 amps at 28 volts DC. So the power supply arrangement here is mildly intimidating, and then took a little head scratching to figure out. I have a band dipole for 80 and 40 meters. That's probably up at its highest, maybe 40 feet. And that's about the extent of it. I have not been active on AM for a long time. You heard the kind of the lower number AMI number. My first call sign, the last one was Whiskey 6 India Echo Echo. Whiskey 6 India Echo Echo. I thought that would be a great call sign for CW. And it turns out there is too short of a call sign for CW. And that was causing me problems. And I figured I'd have a little fun with the barbecue call sign. Before that, I was Kilo Fox 6 Papa Quebec Tango, and from the moment I opened that envelope at the mailbox, I hated my call sign. So there you go. That's the is for me. I'm going to basically listen out upstairs on the much more comfortable to listen to receiver, and shut this monster down, but I'll say 73 on the way to the net, and back to Whiskey J6W from Whiskey Alpha 6, Bravo, Bravo, Quebec.
Okay, got it, DBQ, Jason, very good. And I know I've heard you before. I remember you talking about your dynamotor. Couldn't hear it in the background today, but I know you put your microphone up to the dynamotors at one point, and we could certainly hear them okay. All right, let's see if there's anyone else lurking out there who wants to get on the list tonight for the AMI net. Come now. Okay, I guess as usual, Bob, NA7RH, you kind of close off of that. You're usually one of the last ones, if not the last one, to check in. Okay, let's continue on. Next we have Larry, KN6IYC. Go ahead, WJ6W.
All right, Dave. Good evening, WJ6W. Here's KN6IYC. Community of Crescent, California, in the Granite Hills above El Cajon. Everything sounds terrific. I love the receiver tonight. Haven't had to use KFS as of yet. Mike, thanks for rounding us up, getting us on the list. Dave, thanks for stepping in, giving Steve a break. Steve's, we were thinking about changing the name of the net. Steve's on so much. But anyway, like I said, this is KN6IYC. My AMI number is 1850 tonight. I'm on the Johnson Viking Ranger. G104 microphone. Amplified, slightly modified. SP610 scope. Model FM30 frequency monitor says it's 38699 right now. It was on, now it's just a little bit on. Anyway, good trapezoid on the SP610. Got the GSB, the Gossip GSB 101 linear amplifier actually has got the carrier up to about 340 watts of carrier. How's that? Watching that happen on the W4 watt meter. Hammerlin HQ170 is the receiver of choice with its matching Model S200 speaker. It looks like it belongs with that unit, that's for sure. No in the swap, no in the round table. I'll be listening on out. I made a contact down where you're sitting there. We're on 10 meters, just out in the blue. It was funny, I was thinking about ZL1 and WN. Some of you may have talked to Ross before. And I had not talked to him in a couple of years. And I saw him in the spotting. Took a chance, took a shot. Yeah, great contact. Got caught up with him, so that was kind of cool. Anyway, everybody have a great night. Thanks for getting me on the list, and I'll send it back to you. WJ6W, KN6IYC.
All right, Larry, very good. Well, nice contact there with a friend in New Zealand you haven't talked to in a long time. So that was pretty cool. Okay, let's continue on. Next we have WR6J. That's Richard, and go ahead and take your turn. WJ6W.
WJ6W, WR6J. That almost sounds like a tongue twister. My name here is Richard, and I'm in Paso Robles, and my AMI number is 1954. Tonight I am running Johnson Viking Valiant, externally modulated using an old modulation transformer and a tube, single-ended tube output transformer connected up to a Crown power amplifier and a little bit of EQ stuff before that. So just playing around with some external modulation of the Viking, putting out about 120 to 130 watts of carrier, and that feeds into a SA2060, and then I've got open ladder line to a doublet, which is a cut for roughly 80 meters, up at about 45 feet. And I've been on the net a little bit earlier last year. I was been operating from my boat. I have a boat up in Mexico. I lived on that boat for about 10 years, and I'm still up there about half the time. And I spent half my time down here in the house in Paso that I picked up in September. So this past weekend finally got my equipment set up in the garage, and I'm on the air and looking forward to participating. I should be here roughly 2 weeks out of every 4, so look forward to catching up with many of you. Good to hear KD6T, TKX, Andy, on the net. Looking forward to listening to your over. I think you were one of the first people I spoke to on AM in my boat. So with that, thanks for taking the net this evening, and thanks, Mike, for taking the earlies. Back to you, WJ6W. This is WR6J.
Okay, WR6J. Yeah, the external modulation setup there to your Viking really improves the audio. It doesn't sound like a typical Viking, in my opinion. Much better sounding audio. So great on that. And being in Paso Robles, wine country. Matter of fact, I had a glass of wine from Vineyard in Paso Robles. I can't remember the name of it right now. Anyway, good to hear you. Okay, let's continue on. Next we have John, WA6JUS. Go ahead, John.
Dave, yeah, got it. It's just that I'm here, and I'll try to wake myself up. Talk to you, Dave. WJ6W, WA6JUS.
Yeah, John, did you want to check in later? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, please.
Okay, we'll come back to you later. Oh, okay, now over to George, W6YEC. Go ahead, George. W6YEC, George. You must have stepped away, maybe. W6YEC, go ahead.
I think he went back to dinner.
I heard somebody very weak here say, YEC, you're up. So we'll come back to George. Well, next to my friend Andy. Good to hear you, Andy. KD6TKX, WJ6W.
WJ6W and the AMI net. Here is KD6TKX. Let's see, first, thank you to Mike for running the earlies, and Dave, thank you for stepping in, saving Steve from having a full month of net control duties. Again, name is Andy. I'm located at Curry Mountain, California, about 80 miles southwest of Fresno. Tonight running the 1941 Collins TCB transmitter, which is a civilian 16E in Navy, barely in Navy disguise. And the receiver is an RCQ, which is a National Airways receiver. The antenna is a fan dipole, resonant fan dipole for 160, 75, and 40, designed by my buddy Jeff, WB6ZBX. So I wanted to say hello to John first, W7CU. Welcome, first time on the net. Great to hear you. Hope you can come back. It's a lot of fun here on AM. And Jason, BBQ on your GRC-19. That's pretty cool. And could not hear the fans, but I do understand your pain. So there you go. And Richard, great to hear you. I think I heard you earlier the week, maybe on Monday. And now you're ashore with your station there, so that's fantastic. Look forward to catching up with you. And I was kind of glad to hear that you still got the boat, but now you've diversified a little bit, so that's great. No swap, no roundtable, but it's been great to be here on the net. It's been a while for me. I've been doing a lot of CW as I descend deeper and deeper into the wormhole of spy radios. So, and I also wanted to pass on a hello from Brian, NI6Q, who is now in West Virginia. And we speak as often as we can sometimes in voice on 40, but more frequently in CW. So he's doing really well, I'm happy to report. And he misses all of us, so he wanted me to say hello. So there you go. Back to you, Dave. WJ6W. This is KD6TKX.
Well, Andy, thank you very much. Yes, I was going to ask about Brian. I know you have a CW contact with him pretty regularly, and it's good to hear he's okay. And thanks for the report there. And send our regards. We miss Brian very much here on the West Coast. Okay, I'm going to check again for any late check-ins for the AMI net. Come now. Okay, we'll get back to a couple guys, George and John, in a little bit here, but let's continue on. Mike, W6THW, it's your turn, WJ6W.
Okay, W6W, W6THW.
Well, thank you, Mike, very much. Yeah, good to hear you tonight, and your homebrew transmitter is doing very well down here. I forgot to look at the S-meter, but it must be 10 over. You are doing very well. Okay, Steve, hey, I'm glad to help you out tonight. You really are taking the load here for a lot of the nets, so I'm glad to help you out. It's your turn. KF6SYD, WJ6W.
All right, Dave. KF6SYD, Steve here in Long Beach, AMI 1708, CCA AM 1000D transmitter. And it's just so good to sit back and enjoy the net. And let's see, what's going on here? We went up to Mesa Grande on Monday, and I used the radios up there. That worked real good. And Tuesday I cut a lot of firewood. Brought it back home in the trailer last night and unloaded that today. And I'm a little tuckered out. And then Julie and I, we went out to dinner tonight. We went out to Cheesecake Factory. She wanted to go to Cheesecake Factory, and I got a nice big juicy steak and ate some cheesecake, and I ate too much. So I'm sitting here like, okay. So it's really do appreciate you filling in for me, or whoever we're filling in for tonight. Dave, thank you so much. And also I appreciate so much Mike, KM6QQU. You know, it's more for him. Mike takes the earlies all the time since Ron got laid up. KD6BWS Ron, he's still laid up, can't quite make it down to his operating position yet. So, Mike, you twice a week, every week, and it's so cool that you stepped up in Ron's absence. And I've always found it more difficult to take earlies than it is to run the net, because you just got to wing it the whole time and keep the conversation going and keep track of the calls and write the list down. And I found that it's harder to do. And so, Mike, we appreciate what you're doing so much. And it's twice a week, every week. The first Monday and Wednesday of the month are always covered because, Dave, you're always there. And George, W6YEC, he never fails. But the rest of the time, it's a lot of it's me, and I really had a good time. But tonight, after the big dinner, I'm like, ugh. And it was a good night to have you here, and thanks, Dave, again for doing it. It's great to hear so many stations that I'm not familiar with, new folks and guys that have come back that we haven't heard for a while and don't hear all the time. It's the level of participation is quite encouraging, that we're still keeping this thing alive, and that it means a lot to me, and I'm sure everybody else. So, no round table. Hope the band keeps holding up as good as it's been. You're doing a fantastic job, Dave. And back over to you, WJ6W, KF6SYD.
Yeah, Steve, very good. Yeah, and I want to emphasize too that we really appreciate you, Mike, taking the earlies. That is quite a job. It is harder, definitely, than hosting the net. And we sure wish the best for Ron. Hope he's back pretty soon. But he's had a tough time apparently. Okay, Steve, you mentioned Mesa Grande, and I know I think you have Starlink internet out there, and I recently found out about the Starlink Mini, which you can get, it's not very expensive, and you can put it in a standby mode for $5 a month where you get a real low data rate. And if you need it, you can go the full subscription. But I got it as a backup here because, well, I backed up my power with a big old Generac here, and if we lose local power, we lose the internet, and we don't have good cell service. So I saw this and I thought it was pretty cool. But I wonder is that the service you have? Is the Starlink Mini? Go ahead.
Well, I got the standard Starlink a few years ago, and they offered me for free, the equipment for free, a Starlink Mini. I just had to say, yeah, I'll take it. And I have it, and it's a backup here. And I put it on the roof, and it works really good. I just run it in Wi-Fi mode. And the $5 a month data rate is really, 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 really slow. But I think I bumped it up to like $25 a month, and then it's like, if you don't use it very much, it's quick, you can do everything. But for $5 a month, you get to text, and I don't think you can use your cell phone for Wi-Fi calling. It's too slow for that. And if you want to watch a video, I tried it on the computer, and it really isn't good enough to watch like a video on YouTube. It's not near enough data to let you really do that. I did do it, but you have to wait a long time for it to load. So I've got it here, and I was thinking of putting it at Mesa Grande. There's an outbuilding that I have that I want to put cameras in, and I could just put it on that and use it there. But it's here with me. It works really good. You put it on the roof and don't even have to hardly aim it right, and it still works perfect. Back over to you, Dave.
Yeah, that's I'm just going to use it as a backup too, and keep it on the $5 a month plan, which just allows me to connect and then increase to the faster speed if I actually need it. So I just thought it was a good thing to have as a backup, and it works great. I have it at the moment on the high speed. It works great there, perfect. And I'd seen videos where the low speed, you can do a cell phone call, you can browse a little bit, and of course text. Anyway, enough of that, and thanks for your info on that, but it was quite impressive. Okay, let's continue on. Let's see if John, WA6JUS, if you're ready to make your transmission, go ahead. WJ6W.
Thank you, Dave. WJ6W, WA6 China Rock in San Diego, Fairmont, Kearney Mesa with the Big Mamu throttle to 110 watts. And the inverted continue to do a lot of work each day out there, and tired all the time. Trying to keep going, and it was very good being with Larry, the KN6RYC. Larry has a electrical engineer friend who's equally very gifted on the guitar. They play the Western swing and bluegrass instrumentals, and they're quick, I tell you. And so, anyway, we have good conditions, and just looking forward to hearing Ron. Hello, Ron, if you could hear. Back to WJ6W. My number 1258
Thanks. Back to you. Okay, John, we got you fine here, and you can go back and rest some more there. Let's see if George, your neighbor, more or less neighbor there. George, W6YEC, are you there? Go ahead.
Yeah, Dave. Thanks. I appreciate it. Came up faster than I thought it would. So I missed, I guess, when you first called. Anyway, hello, John. Fine on your time with Larry today. Glad you're enjoying that. Anyway, George, I'm here in Lemon Grove running remote tonight, Road. We're using the 7300, the Alacraft amplifier for about 110 watts with the amplifier. And seems to work pretty good. And the automatic antenna. I had a Zoom call tonight, so I was on that and got in here just in time, and as long as they could eat early, got my name on the list, but then I had to go eat. That's why I missed the call. Thanks for taking the net, Steve. So good to hear you. Be careful, man. You're getting older. I just want to remind you. Oh, that wood cutting. That's good, guys. I'm sure you're keeping yourself in shape. Anyway, say hi to Julie there. And like I said, the rig here is the 7300 tonight with a USB microphone that I use for everything, for Zoom and for this radio. It's really worked out quite nice. So, not much to offer. AMI 1197. And tomorrow night, let's see, it's Thursday, we'll have the Drake Collector's Net. Just up the band a little bit there on 3895. That's always fun. So anybody is welcome to join us. You don't have to be running growth. You can just come in and have fun with us and converse about whatever topics come up. So just thought I'd throw that advertisement out there. All right. Well, I'll give it back to you, Dave, and you can do what you're going to do next on this wonderful net we have. WJ6W, W6YEC. Lemon Grove will be in the clear.
Yeah, okay, George, doing fine on the remote there with the 7300 and the Alacraft. And yeah, we're glad we were able to pick you up, and certainly you have plenty of things going on there, and you do have to eat, so, but I'm glad you made it back. Okay, let's continue on. Next we have W8 Victor Golf. George, you're coming in pretty well when I heard you earlier. Go ahead.
Yeah, really good, Dave. WJ6W. Here is George, W8 Victor Golf, here in Oro Valley, about 10 miles north of the old Pueblo, Tucson, Arizona. I am copying everybody great here tonight. Not a word on anybody in a great condition. This is my 3-net night. I had a net at 7, another net at 8, and this is my 9 o'clock net. So I got out here a little late, but hearing everybody, good signals. Anyways, hello to my neighbor to the north, Bob, NA7RH, and hello to my real neighbor here in Oro Valley, John, W7CU. John, good to hear you in here on that Viking 1. Sounds like $1 million. Great audio and good modulation. And blowing me away over here. John and I are real neighbors. We're about, 2/3 of a mile apart. I can almost throw a rock over there, but definitely walk over there and without too much trouble. So yeah, good to hear him in there. He and Bob are little members of our little coordinator group here in the morning. So yeah. Anyways, I'm running the usual stuff here. Homebrew pair of 813s modulated by another pair triode connected, and feeding all that with 4-ohm audio through an Antec filament transformer wired backwards, and I've got a channel strip here and some other stuff making the audio. Receivers in the R390, not an A, an old one made by Motorola. original Collins contract, and the antenna's an inverted beam with ladder line down here to a homebrew link tuner. So we're on that this evening. Let's see, AMI number 1814. Nothing to buy, sell, swap, or trade. And got plenty to work on here, but nothing to move on yet. And not going to hang around for the round table. We're going to turn in. George, YEC, I'm going to have to put my old Drakes on and give you guys a try one of these days. I grew up back there in Drake country. Yeah, I've got my beeline here, my old TR4 off to do that. Anyways, thanks for running the net, Dave. Good job, good signal here. And Mike, thanks for picking me up there on the dummy load. I've got one of these military dummy load SWR punches here. What is it, ME-163U or something? I put it in the SWR position, which essentially is our SWR bridge and uses the dummy load. And I mistakenly had it in that when I called. And holy crap, you heard me. I don't know. It was probably putting out less than a watt there, but we did it right this time. Anyways, thanks so much. Good net tonight. Good group enjoying it. And let's see. Back it comes Dave, WJ6W, W8VG.
Yeah, George. So Mike heard you on the dummy load. That's something. Wow. From that distance. That's amazing. I wasn't aware of that. Okay, and you're a busy guy tonight with 3 nets, 7 and 8 and 9 p.m. And I'm glad you could join us. Let's move on. We've got a couple more, three call letters I'm not that familiar with. Coming up next, we've got next let's see, did I write this down right? WD8CIK. Steve, it's your turn. Go ahead.
Yeah, fine business, Dave. Enjoying hearing everybody here tonight. You know, it's really cool, very cool. I don't get on AM that often, but yep, just enjoying it, and everybody's sounding good over here in Calabasas, which is west of Los Angeles by about 40 miles. Not much to add, so I just thought I'd say hey, and thanks for letting me jump in there. Whiskey Delta 8, Charlie, Ida, Kilo, back over to net.
Okay, Steve, yeah, from Calabasas. Well, I'm in Tarzana, so we're not too far apart. Seems I was able to pick you up really strong up north on the internet receiver, but not so strong here. So I guess conditions are a little bit long, but good to hear you, and thanks for checking in tonight. Next, it's K7LY, John. It's your turn, WJ6W.
WJ6W. Hi, Dave. Well, you formerly knew me as AI601 in Scotts Valley, California. We moved here, and it's taken me this long to get a while. So glad to be back on the net. I was able to join the Monday night as well. And nice to be back on and hear some beautiful voices. So just starting to lose some fairly short period QSB going on. And interestingly, Steve, KF6XYB is signal up here tonight. I'm smacked up against the signal of the Eastern Sierra in Carson City and hearing mostly everybody. And hello to Andy, PKS. I don't think I've talked to you since the last 17 RTA swap meeting. So nice to hear you, and your audio sounded great from this first one. Anyway, running as before, the 32B2 and the 75A1, and pushing 100 watts up to an inverter beam whose apex is 40 feet up. Thanks for taking the net there, Dave, and Mike, thanks for taking the service. Happy to be there, everybody, and have a good evening.
Okay, John, very good. Well, we copied you okay. A little bit in the noise there for a while, but you really came up well at the end of the transmission. And, Steve puts out quite a signal, so he's usually easier to copy than a lot of us. Okay, next, KJ6VRC. Jason, it's your turn, WJ6W.
WJ6W. Maybe that helps. WJ6W, MA7RA. Bob here in the Phoenix area. We're running the old 60 Q5 sweep tube special. The 8236 modulated by 4 1625s in parallel push-pull. And you caught me with a cookie, so I'm struggling here. But let's see now. Running AMI number 1543, nothing to say. We're on the round table. What else is going on here? I have some strange interference tonight. I don't know what it is. Probably local. Probably a birdie, but it is very intermittent, so it's very annoying. So, but anyway, but I'm hearing everybody just okay locally, except for a few. Namely WABG, he was completely in the noise, and I was having to listen on KFS. Although W7CU, also down in Tucson, his neighbor, was coming in just fine earlier. So we've lost a short skip, but I guess that's so anyway, let's see now. I already said AMI 1543 and Northern Swap, Northern Roundtable, and what else do I have to say? The old sweep tube special is cooking along here. Hopefully a few of you can hear me, so don't have anything else to mention tonight, I think. WJ6W, NA7RH.